Welcome back to you. A healthcare giant known for baby lotion and bandages will be the defendant this morning when an opioid-related lawsuit goes to trial. The state of Oklahoma accuses Johnson & Johnson of falsely downplaying the risk of opioid addiction. Now, this is the first trial out of hundreds of lawsuits against opioid manufacturers. CTM consumer investigative correspondent Anna Werner joins us at the table. So the question for you is, what is the expected trial's outcome of this? The outcome of this expected trial?
I don't think anybody knows that yet, Gayle, but almost 218,000 Americans died from overdoses related to prescription opioids. That's between 1997 and 2017. Now, prosecutors across the U.S. have blamed deceptive marketing practices for helping to fuel the crisis. Now, we may see if that argument holds up in court.
I woke up one day and was addicted to opiates and had no idea how that happened.
Jamie Stafford says her dependence on painkillers prescribed to her after a 2007 car accident put a financial and emotional strain on her family.
My family couldn't understand what was going on with me, who was this person that I had become.
While in recovery, she met Thomas, now her husband. He had wound up addicted following a 2013 motorcycle crash.
I tried to have a full conversation with my doctor about lowering my dose, and he ignored me.
At the peak of the opioid epidemic, overdoses killed more than 500 Oklahomans a year. In 2017, the state filed a lawsuit accusing major pharmaceutical companies of executing massive and unprecedented marketing campaigns, misrepresenting the risks of addiction, making billions of dollars in profits, and leaving Oklahoma to bear the enormous costs of the resulting public health crisis.
And this isn't just a bad thing, it's a horrible thing.
Oklahoma Attorney General Mike Hunter sat down with Tony Dokoupil last year. He's expected to deliver an opening statement in today's trial.
They put profits over patients. Whatever culture existed in these companies that allowed that to occur is something they need to be held accountable for.
2 of 3 companies, Purdue Pharma and Teva Pharmaceuticals, will pay the state millions after settling out of court with no admission of wrongdoing. That leaves Johnson & Johnson and its subsidiary Janssen Pharmaceuticals charged in the lawsuit with creating a public nuisance. It's a novel legal approach, says University of Kentucky law professor Richard Osnes.
Public nuisances traditionally involved activities on land and injuries or damage to real property. This obviously doesn't fit that paradigm at all.
More than 1,800 cities, counties, and states have filed similar lawsuits. Osnes says the outcome in Oklahoma could dictate future strategy.
The other states that have been lurking in the background and haven't committed themselves can reformulate their theories and have another go at it.
Janssen Pharmaceuticals told CBS News in a statement that the state's allegations are baseless and unsubstantiated. We acted responsibly in providing FDA-approved pain medications, the company said, and we are ready for trial. But Jamie Stafford says,
How dare them not take responsibility up front for what they've caused?
Well, the trial in Norman, Oklahoma is expected to continue through July. There will be cameras in the courtroom, so the public may be able to get a better glimpse of what happens at trial.
Wow. Anna, how will the 2 companies settling out of court affect the trial with Johnson & Johnson?
Well, the law professor we spoke to points out that as a maker of household products as well as drugs, Johnson & Johnson has PR concerns that perhaps some of the other companies might not share. He actually said that he expects to see a lot of dirt flying, and he wouldn't even be surprised to see a settlement, even perhaps after the state presents its case.
You got cameras in the courtroom, right? Yeah. So we've all these lawsuits, 40 other states, 1,800 plus lawsuits around the country. This is our first chance to see some of the evidence.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Right. The question is, how much will we see? If it does settle, you may not see it all.
Yeah.
Right?
That's an incentive for a settlement.
Mike Hunter there in Oklahoma, he's got a lawyer on his team who lost a son to an opioid overdose. Also, another one lost a niece. So it's legal, it's also personal.
Affects a lot of people, and cameras in the courtroom make a difference too, I think, to how people
Companies
behave.
don't usually like that. Yeah. Anna, thank you.